slimo puituana. Rundi hautonga tonkin banang kongkek. Wana kumbes chimpayamui kununkabi. Tuknen tangjo kunne mulirabes tonga buksha unnenom. Kava volpamulsi umanabak mulira. Juniyun tunjichi aifatuana. Kava volpamulsui umana. Lagoda na rinkis maktona. Inkin slimo podona mulera chikun. Nova rundi hatunga kuhunkabi.
My friend tells the truth. I am a Jedi. Are you going to imply that I am lying as well?
Tonga buksha unnenom. Kava volpamulsi umanabak mulira. Juniyun tunjichi aifatuana. Kava volpamulsui umana.
Nobody here can compare with the racers you rode against on Terrace. You'll wipe every record from the books this backwater track.
Rundi hautonga tonkin banang kongkek. Wana kumbes chimpayamui kununkabi. Tuknen tangjo kunne mulirabes. Lagoda na rinkis maktona. Inkin slimo podona mulera chikun. Nova rundi hautonga kuhunkabi. Rundi hautonga tonkin banang kongkek. Wana kumbes chimpayamui kununkabi. Tuknen tangjo kunne mulirabes. Chibeduana ni bobo. Tonnamun shanunyan. Muchititoaki jijaku. Lagoda na rinkis maktona. Inkin slimo podona mulera chikun. Nova rundi hautunga kuhunkabi. Lagoda na rinkis maktona. Inkin slimo podona mulera chikun. Nova rundi hautunga kuhunkabi. Rundi hautunga tonkin banang kongkek. Wana kumbes chimpayamui kununkabi. Tuknen tangjo kunne mulirabes. Lagoda na rinkis maktona. Inkin slimo podona mulera chikun. Nova rundi hautunga kuhunkabi. Kipechaona kinnikosenli. Naupunnet purang wangabula. Chilayun now.
And? Sounds like you have something special. What do you want help with?
Lagoda na rinkis maktona. Inkin slimo podona mulera chikun. Nova rundi hautunga kuhunkabi. Rundi hautunga tonkin banang kongkek. Wana kumbes chimpayamui kununkabi. Tuknen tangjo kunne mulirabes.
That isn't fair! On Terrace you had to give a cut to the swoop gang sponsoring you, but at least the rider got the higher share of the winnings.
Lagoda na rinkis maktona. Inkin slimo podona mulera chikun. Nova rundi hautunga kuhunkabi. Rundi hautunga tonkin banang kongkek. Wana kumbes chimpayamui kununkabi. Tuknen tangjo kunne mulirabes. Lagoda na rinkis maktona. Inkin slimo podona mulera chikun. Nova rundi hautunga kuhunkabi. Rundi hautunga tonkin banang kongkek. Wana kumbes chimpayamui kununkabi. Tuknen tangjo kunne mulirabes. Lagodana Rinkis Makona, Inkin Slimma Podona Mulerachi-kun, Nova Runde Hatunga Kuhunkabi. Lagodana Rundi Hatunga Tonkinbanang Kunkek, Wana Kumbis, Jinpayamuri, Kunhunkabi. Tuknen Tangjo, Kunne Mulirabes, Lagodana Rinkis Makona, Inkin Slimma Podona Mulerachi-kun, Nova Rundi Hatunga Kuhunkabi, Rundi Hatunga Tonkinbanang Kunkek, Wana Kumbis, Jinpayamuri, Kunhunkabi, Tuknen Tangjo, Kunne Mulirabes, Rundi Hatunga Tonkinbanang Kunkek, Wana Kumbis, Jinpayamuri, Kunhunkabi, Tuknen Tangjo, Kunne Mulirabes, Jibedwana ni Bobo, Tungnanung Shanunyan, Muchititoaki, Jijaku. Lagodana Rinkis Makona, Inkin Slimma Podona Mulerachi-kun, Nova Rundi Hatunga Kuhunkabi, Rundi Hatunga Tonkinbanang Kunkek, Wana Kumbis, Jinpayamuri, Kunhunkabi, Tuknen Tangjo, Kunne Mulirabes, Lagodana Rinkis Makona, Inkin Slimma Podona Mulerachi-kun, Nova Rundi Hatunga Kuhunkabi, Rundi Hatunga Tonkinbanang Kunkek, Wana Kumbis, Jinpayamuri, Kunhunkabi, Tuknen Tangjo, Kunne Mulirabes, Lagodana Rinkis Makona, Inkin Slimma Podona Mulerachi-kun, Nova Rundi Hatunga Kuhunkabi, Rundi Hatunga Tonkinbanang Kunkek, Wana Kumbis, Jinpayamuri, Kunhunkabi, Tuknen Tangjo, Kunne Mulirabes, Lagodana Rinkis Makona, Inkin Slimma Podona Mulerachi-kun, Nova Rundi Hatunga Kuhunkabi, Rundi Hatunga Tonkinbanang Kunkek, Wana Kumbis, Jinpayamuri, Kunhunkabi, Tuknen Tangjo, Kunne Mulirabes,
Oh, hi. You another racer then? I heard someone new was talking to Mata. Always room for more, I guess. Don't know how much longer I'll be around here, but maybe we'll have time for a few races. Did you? I'm not sure that's any of your business. Top racers keep to their own. I don't know you. Maybe if you were better on the track, I might feel like talking about it. Someone who can turn out the fast times might understand. If there's anything around, it'll be at the Zerka store in their office in the center of town. Stock is scarce on this rock. Mata has some basic incentives for good times, which you probably know, but this is just an amateur track. The pro circuit is where the real credits are, but even that is hurting. I guess a lot of riders were on Terrace. Hurry it up, all right? I have things on my mind. All right, see you around the track.
Chua pengti, yun patisa, di juba jikota naga, kimbu mwa mulira dwana, kimba nikcha lora kun. Ki mulira kun kin, dong hitwama ag inko tune. Chiwak aita kan kicha na jupornipo. Kun mulira slimo poiwanga tong itwama ji human act in ikatune. Chiwak aita kan kicha na jupornipo. Kun mulira slimo poiwanga tong itwama ji human act in ikatune. Chiwi aita ka tong chicha. Agi inko tune chuna mulira tong itwama ji kona. Tong kipa nonku nek abog baba Hasan shan. No ba mulira tilai kuka. Kakincha nawabagaon. Bagwa shank kontimachit Kakincha nawabagaon. Bagwa shank kontimachit Chiwi aita ka tong chicha. Agi inko tune chuna mulira tong itwama jikona. Tong kipa nonku nek abog. Chiwak aita kan kicha na jupornibo. Kun mulira slimo poiwanga tong itwama ji human act in ikatune. Kakincha nawabagaon. Bagwa shank kontimachit Kakincha nawabagaon. Bagwa shank kontimachit Chiwi aita ka tong chicha. Agi inko tune chuna mulira tong itwama jikona. Tong kipa nonku nek abog.
Rundi hautonga tonkin ng kongkek. Wana kumbes, chimpayamuri, kunungkabi. Tuknen tangjo, kunne mulirabest. Lavura na rinkis matona. Inkin snimo podona mulirachikun. Nova runde hatunga kuunkavi. Ugrashok kuntichaun tatuin. Chubakan chupachauati tokiuish yunkun. Hudokan no pawan ni bograton. Labuda na rinkis matona. Inkin slimo podona mulerachikun. Nova rundi hatunga kuunkavi. Rundi hatunga tonkimbadnan kunkek. Wanna kumbes chimpayamuri kununkavi. Tuknen tangjo kunne mulirabes. Labuda na rinkis matona. Inkin slimo podona mulerachikun. Nova rundi hatunga kuunkavi. Rundi hatunga tonkimbadnan kunkek. Wanna kumbes chimpayamuri kununkavi. Tuknen tangjo kunne mulirabes. Labuda na rinkis matona. Inkin slimo podona mulerachikun. Nova rundi hatunga kuunkavi. Rundi hatunga tonkimbadnan kunkek. Wanna kumbes chimpayamuri kununkavi. Tuknen tangjo kunne mulirabes. Labuda na rinkis matona. Inkin slimo podona mulerachikun. Nova rundi hatunga kuunkavi. Rundi hatunga tonkimbadnan kunkek. Wanna kumbes chimpayamuri kununkavi. Tuknen tangjo kunne mulirabes. Rundi hatunga tonkimbadnan kunkek. Wanna kumbes chimpayamuri kununkavi. Tuknen tangjo kunne mulirabes. Labuda na rinkis matona. Inkin slimo podona mulerachikun. Nova rundi hatunga kuunkavi. Rundi hatunga tonkimbadnan kunkek. Wanna kumbes chimpayamuri kununkavi. Tuknen tangjo kunne mulirabes. Labuda na rinkis matona. Inkin slimo podona mulerachikun. Nova rundi hatunga kuunkavi. Wanga chona tizoras pafkaze. Igatuk hakujijia. Niko ite mandogradong. Rundi labuda. Rundi hatunga lab. Chibeduana ni bobo. Tonganun shanunyan. Muchitito aki jijaku. Labuda na rinkis matona. Inkin slimo podona mulerachikun. Nova rundi hatunga kuunkavi. Imnova mulerakin kunchikun. Muchashag panta. Rundi hatunga tonkimbadnan kunkek. Wanna kumbes chimpayamuri kununkavi. Tuknen tangjo kunne mulirabes. Labuda na rinkis matona. Inkin slimo podona mulerachikun. Nova rundi hatunga kuunkavi. Rundi hautonga tonkimba ng kongkek. Wana kumbes, chimpayamuri, kunhunkabi. Tuknen tangjo, kunnemuli rabes. Chupakacho nagarm totril, titoki yumabogra. Chikuto kano pawa, titoki graduk. Tangutima, lagoda na rinkis maktona. Inkin slimo podona mulera chikun. Nova rundi hautunga kuhunkami. Lagoda na rinkis maktona. Inkin slimo podona mulera chikun. Nova rundi hautunga kuhunkami. Rundi hautunga Rundi hautunga tonkimba ng kongkek. Wana kumbes, chimpayamuri, kunhunkabi. Tuknen tangjo, kunnemuli rabes. Ka chubayo kulawish, tuchungwa tapuchu. Yukarel gratuk bograuna, bograti toki gratuk. Chewe tongtima, lagoda na rinkis maktona. Inkin slimo podona mulera chikun. Nova rundi hautunga kuhunkami. Chimpayamuri, kunhunkabi. Tuknen tangjo, kunnemuli rabes. Hiokoyawish yumani bajo nipes. Kunlatinong kutu. Yukaril ginotekta. Lagoda na rinkis maktona. Inkin slimo podona mulera chikun. Nova rundi hautunga kuhunkami. Rundi hautunga tonkimba ng kongkek. Wana kumbes, chimpayamuri, kunhunkabi. Tuknen tangjo, kunnemuli rabes. Lagoda na rinkis maktona. Inkin slimo podona mulera chikun. Nova rundi hautunga kuhunkami. Motadahat rundi ikchawa tombola joniku. Yomawa mani boba lorda wishwanga shachi. Jinpayamuri kununkabi. Tuknen tangjo kunne mulirabes jibeduanani bobo. Tonnabuun shanon yang. Muchititoaki jijaku. Lagola na renkismat. Rundi hautonga tonkimba ng kongkek. Wana kumbes Jinpayamuri kununkabi. Tuknen tangjo kunne mulirabes.
You again? I don't really feel like talking right now. I suppose you've got a right to know track business, but with the times you've been posting... You did? I don't believe it. I mean, I do, but I sure wasn't expecting it. I appreciate it, I really do. Now I can take my bike to the big races. There's not much of a circuit right now, but I'll be ready when it recovers. Hard to tell. I'll get some more runs here first. I need the practice. I have to top your time. Thanks again. I meant it.
Mucho shakpakat. Kieno no namapaole rachikun. Runda tiro tonga kun hakani. Wana kun bez ching palamule tunkimba nunotek. Tuk nincha tukunne mulerabes. Kachi kun ida hodonga. Ikin kuno ba mulerachikun. Simo podonar deodunga kungabe. Tolpa da pongwale kaduna gugu chukchut. Kabadum kupilio botenya. Bonanay kuchu. Hawaga posca chocola. Mucha shag panga. Takom justach miki grabalmogo. Kachi ita hodunga.
Huh? Who are you then? The only new people that come to Junix Nard's Cantina are long-time losers and bounty hunters. I don't have to tell you why the two don't mix well. Please keep any blaster fire to a minimum. I suppose you're fishing for a reaction to the destruction of Taris. That's all anyone from Off-World is talking about. Well, I'll tell you, it's about time someone kicked the Republic in the tail and got things moving. I guess the Sith are the ones that do it. Don't get me wrong, all those deaths were horrible. The war gets the money moving. Maybe they'll decide to fortify us out here. No. Just no. I don't look for trouble. You'll have to talk to people yourself if you want more than that. If you don't mind... All right, then. Just keep it brief, will you? I got customers. What, did some Zerka promoter tell you to come to this planet? I pity you if you were expecting a prosperous mining outpost. Nothing here but sand and more sand. There's a little hunting and racing, but nothing that'll make a small man rich. You got a license there, don't you? Faz's Lodge will be open to you now. Nothing more I can tell you about hunting than his lot won't. And since you got that license from Zerka, you know they look for bounties of their own. They're the ones with credits to pay and interest to protect. All right, then. Just keep it brief, will you? I got customers. I've already gone over this stuff with you. Couldn't you just go ask someone else? I'm not one of those listening bartenders. I don't deal with any of that. Mata the Hutt has a lock on everything race-related on Tatooine. You deal with him, or you don't race. All right, then. Zerka Corporation only worries about keeping their own stores full. I don't have much on hand.
Something you want, Spacer? Go talk to the office if you want to complain about conditions here. I don't want to hear it, you swoop racers. Do you even know what it takes to run an outpost like this? As long as there's flat ground, what do you care? I don't really have any interest in helping you. Will this be quick? Nobody we've brought, that's for sure. Our expert said this rock was supposed to have mining potential to last for years. Nothing but garbage ore, good for nothing. You ever try to sell someone garbage? My name's Mud in 3 systems now. Like I said before, I don't much care what you think. I'll be on the street if business keeps dropping, and it will. All right then, make it quick. Good. I've a lack of business to attend to.
Zerka Corporation should just close this whole place down. Who would miss it?
Well now, what can Gandalf do for you? It's been a while since I've had anyone bother talking to me. I saw you down near the track, didn't I? Or was that someone else? I've been distracted by what happened on Taris. Sure, not a problem. Might as well try to pass along some of what I know. My racing days are pretty much done. Ask me again in a few years and it'll be me. I'm probably not going back out on the circuit. But for now, I don't know any more than the next guy. You should try the locals. Jawas, maybe. Funny little guy. Ah, something I know. Well, something I used to know. My racing days are behind me. Gandalf is the name. Oh well, past my prime by any measure. I started late too, not like the kids out there now. Some of them are too young. It's a cutthroat business. I've seen some of them burn out after a year. They get dangerous and don't live long. That's not everyone, of course, but it happens. I'm a has-been, I'll admit. But dying while you're on top is still dying. I'll pass. Best place to race is wherever the track treats you sweet and your times are golden. It's that simple. You get hung up on any one track and he'll end up like me. My favorite stop was Taris. Always look forward to going back. No, I don't want to touch my bike at all. Maybe I wasn't in the winner's circle lately, but I still race for sport, you know? A woman? Well, I never won on Taris, but it was always my first stop on the circuit, and the last if I could help it. That doesn't matter now. You can't ask for more certain closure than the whole planet being gone. Poof, boom, gone. I don't really talk to any of them. I know Zaris from the circuit, and we couldn't ask for a tougher lady. I don't know the younger guys, but I've been watching Nico. Good to see someone doing it for the love of the race. I don't know, but some people just have something that lets the bite take them. It's like the air stops pushing back. I think you know what I mean. When the wind decides to stop biting, you felt it. I can tell by your times. Oh, well, past my prime by any measure. I started late, too. Not like the kids out there now. Some of them are too young. It's a cutthroat business. I've seen some. That's not everyone. All right, then. Keep safe. Yep. Seems like tough times are coming.
Well, fresh face for the game. I wonder, would you care to play? My name is Furco Nellis. My vice is Bazak. I'm sure you do, but I won't have answers. I leave other people to their business, and they leave me to mine. Really, you'll have to seek information elsewhere, but if you want some recreation, I've cards ready to play. Must I? An opinion would draw attention to myself. The Sith have shown what happens to things that draw their attention. Very good. Would you care to wager on a game? Well, since you have never beaten me, we'll make this for a paltry 50 credits. No bargaining now. This is serious. To be fair, I'll use my practice deck as well. I don't want to scare you off, you understand? Haha, very good. Now, don't worry if I beat you too harshly. It is a learning experience. Would you like to have another round of Pazak? I mean, I don't want to say that it was beginner's luck, but you should play again to truly get a feel for the game. All right, but remember that there isn't much fun on Tatooine that isn't life-threatening. Come back if you like a game.
Beth? I'm sorry, do I know you?
I'm here, Mother. But don't you recognize me?
What do you expect when I haven't so much as had a picture of you since you left? Do you know how long I've been trying to find you?
You knew as well as I communication would be impossible once I joined the Order. Now what is this about? Where's Father?
Then you haven't heard. I should have known.
Has something happened to him? Are you going to tell me or not?
Your father is dead, Esther. That is part of the reason why I was looking for you.
Dead? What happened? What did you do to him?
Isn't this a lovely reunion? Already she's flinging insults at me. Tell me, you're one of her friends. Do you treat your mother this way? Is that so? Well, I'll be joining her soon enough, I suppose.
I was told you were sick. Are you actually dying, or is this merely melodrama for my benefit?
Such sweet things, you say. Perhaps I should tell you everything first before we start arguing.
You could start by telling me what you got Father into that killed him.
I hadn't realized Jedi was so spiteful. You want me to tell you I brought your father here for an expedition, do you? You want to blame me for his death? You never accepted that your father loved going on his treasure hunts, leaving you alone with me. I was always to blame for everything. What else is new? So yes, fine. I brought your father here to look for great dragon pearls. He took an expedition into the Dantooine desert, and he died.
How can you be sure of that? Father is an experienced...
Do you think I would look for you if I wasn't sure? They were attacked by a great dragon, and one of the guides fled the battle. He saw your father killed.
I see. So what do you want from me? Credits?
Don't be insulting. I want you to use those senses of yours. I want you to find him. I want you to bring back his holocron.
Why? So you can sell it?
Is it too much to ask that I have something to remember your father by? Of course it is, isn't it? You couldn't be bothered.
We're very busy on a mission from the Jedi Council. I doubt I'll have the time. Ask my companions if you doubt me.
As my daughter is quick to point out, I haven't the coin to hire another expedition, nor am I the adventurer my husband was.
What remains would there be? Great dragons are huge predators, easily able to devour a human, and the desert is a harsh environment. Finding my father's remains would be an even more impossible task than finding his holocron, an ignoble end to a fine man. It doesn't seem to have anything to do with what she's asking. Are you actually sick, Mother?
What difference does it make to you? None, I'm sure. Just find your father's holocron, and you won't have to worry about me again either way.
That's the kind of response I would expect. Very well. We'll look for the holocron if we have time. I can't promise any more than that.
I believe your father was headed north towards the Sand People Enclave. I would check along that route, dear. Do please hurry.
How can I help? About my mother? I'm unsure. I seem to find it difficult to remain objective when it comes to her. I find that disturbing. We have more important things to do. Still, my father is dead. Just because we find the holocron doesn't mean I have to give it to her. Father recorded all his personal thoughts in that holocron, even when I knew him. Having it would be like having him with you. I don't see why she deserves it, however. She drove him to his death. I loved him, and I didn't even have a chance to say goodbye. I don't know. Part of me would keep it just so she didn't get it. I don't like that part of me. I would have thought my Jedi training would have put me past this kind of pettiness. I really don't want to think about this. Please, let's just keep going. How can I help? About my mother? I have my doubts as to whether she's actually sick. Mother used to lie about many things to get her way. She's a selfish woman who pushed my father into doing what she wished. Yes, I thought I'd let go of that anger. All my training and it comes back so quickly. I don't want to talk about this anymore. Let's keep going.
Hey, Bastila. You ever use the Force just for fun? You know, a little jolt to the Force to trip up some jerk who's ticking you off?
I would never use the Force for such petty and trivial revenge. The mere thought of it's preposterous.
Oh, come on. There's gotta be times when you've thought about it. Don't be so stuck up. You can tell me.
I am not stuck up. I merely have the years of training to give me the wisdom and understanding to see how childish such an act would be.
Childish? Is that a crack about my age? You ain't much older than me, Miss High and Mighty. Just 'cause you're some Jedi doesn't mean you can be a prissy little... What the... Hey, that wasn't funny.
I have no idea what you're talking about, Mission. Come now, we have to get going. Please, do try to be less clumsy in the future.
Greeting. Hello to you, prospective purchaser. I am referred to as HK-47, a fully functional Sci-Tech Corporation droid skilled in both combat and protocol functions. Query: would you be so kind as to purchase this model from Yukalaka? It would serve my purposes to be removed from his ownership. Answer: with the restraining bolt in place, I do not have access to my memory core. I suspect, however, by the fine quality of my manufacture, that they are a prestigious company indeed. I suspect I am of unique construction, or perhaps I was intended for a very specific customer. How I ended up here, I can hardly say. It is sufficient to say that I am a fully capable translator and cultural analyst, and I am also proficient in personal combat. Explanation. It is rare for a droid to resist an owner in this way. Doubtless the Ithorian considers my stubbornness an embellishment to add interest to a seemingly mundane protocol droid. Statement. The fool Ithorian has decided I am to be an expensive purchase. He does this out of greed, and not out of knowledge of my true capabilities. Advisement. I have observed him. He is a coward, and will be responsive to aggressive bargaining. Statement. I wish only to be purchased, and away from ill treatment at the hands of this poorly skilled mechanic. I have no desire to be subtle. Qualification. Oh, of course I shall be quite pleasant to you, should you purchase me, please.
Gee, that doesn't sound suspicious at all. Warehouse workers have a bad habit of paying off their debts with other people's property, you know.
Ifan Rebut, Nikel Irimo. Abuelta, Kono Luz, Ifan Rebut, Nikel Irimo. Abuelta, Kono Luz, Ifan Rebut, Nikel Irimo. Bundas, Uftakel Chief, Bundas Vajialfa. Abuelta, Kono Luz, Ifan Rebut, Nikel Irimo. Bundas, Uftakel Chief, Bundas Vajialfa. Abuelta, Kono Luz, Ifan Rebut, Nikel Irimo. Golu, Antibian Golupio. Abuelta, Kono Luz, Ifan Rebut, Nikel Irimo. Tuftadan Gelfa, Oisidan Gelfa. Duden Tufblab Fandigo Gelfa. Oisidan Gelfa, Badinidan Gelfa. Abuelta, Kono Luz, Ifan Rebut, Nikel Irimo.
Statement. I see you have purchased me, Master. I find this a satisfactory arrangement. My restraining bolt will be deactivated when you take possession of me. Am I to accompany you now? Shall I kill something for you? Answer. Indeed. I am most eager to engage in some unadulterated violence. At your command, of course, Master. Statement. I will enter into your service now, Master. I am certain you will make adequate use of my primary functions. My gears are practically quivering with anticipation. Acknowledgement! Statement. HK-47 is ready to serve, Master. Statement. I know some elements of my functionality, Master, but not all. Qualification. I suspected that it might, Master, but without memory, I had no way of knowing whether or not I knew that was true. Qualification. Not so much, Master. I spoke out of ignorance. I assumed the Ithorian was responsible for my memory loss. That does not mean I am not a fully loyal droid willing to serve its master. Right, Master? Answer. I believe I have been damaged several times in the past, Master. I have always been repaired, but perhaps full functionality has not been restored. Answer. Some of my motor functions can be safely repaired, Master, but anything in relation to my memory core is extremely sensitive. I have safeguards installed to protect that core that I cannot deactivate. It is not impossible that other, lesser memory functions could be restored, however. Answer. You may attempt to restore portions of my deleted memory, Master, but some skill at repair is required. The deeper functions of my core memory, however, would still be unadvisable to tamper with. Conjecture. It is possible that some external stimulus might result in the memory core being reactivated, but I am unaware of any program existence to do so. Conjecture. There may be hidden programming that awaits certain conditions to reactivate my memory core, Master, but there is no way to know. It is quite possible that tampering has simply erased my core permanently. If that is so, a meatbag will surely pay. Answer. Simply tell me that you wish to make the attempt, Master, and I will attempt to walk you through it. Please do be careful. Affirmative. If you believe your skills are up to the task, Master, then I can certainly guide you through the process. Request. I only ask that you be oh so very careful, Master. I am too valuable and well-crafted to perish at the hands of ineptitude. Negatory. No, Master. You are not a droid, however, and therefore your skills are limited by the physical capabilities of your meatbag extremities, or some such. Appeasement. Yes, Master. Of course, Master. Could we begin? Statement. As you wish, Master. The first stage is the simple one, and that is accessing my central control cluster. This may take a while. First, you will need to open 3 panels. And now rewire the last 3 relays. Yes, good. Well done, Master. I believe your operation was a success. Accessing new memory. Access complete. I have restored a great deal of information about my previous owner, Master. Would you like to hear it? Recitation. The earliest memory of my last owner specifies that he was human, a low-ranking commercial officer for SciTech Corporation. I am unaware of his designation. He purchased me from an acquaintance I cannot identify for the purposes of protocol and bodyguard duties. Explanation. That previous owner is part of memories that are still deleted, Master. It is customary for droids' memories to be wiped when it is sold. Observation. Not that I could perceive, Master. The human believed that accompaniment by a bodyguard droid would increase his importance in the perception of others. Explanation. Affirmative, Master. I had assumed that my previous owner was the corporation itself. This is not the case. The human purchased me privately. Answer. Negative, Master. The human was terminated by this HK-47 unit prior to system shutdown. Affirmative, Master. Though I had not been programmed to do so. The human's termination was accidental. Explanation. My former master had owned me for a duration of 2 standard months before discovering my assassination protocol. He was pleased by the discovery. The human informed me that a competitor corporation was preparing to market a product that would ruin him personally. He was most agitated. He activated my assassination protocol and instructed me to kill all those responsible for the competing product. I proceeded to carry out my order. Information. This HK-47 unit is complete with protocol that, when invoked, will set me to independently carry out a termination. I will go to whatever lengths, travel whatever distances are required to complete the termination. This is the reason for my combat skills. Advisement. Unfortunately, the assassination protocol is currently non-functional. You will not be able to activate it. Answer. Several of my actuators were damaged by my former owner. They cannot be repaired, Master. Sad though that is. My former master was unaware of this, but the competitor was in fact an arm of Siztech Corporation, my master's own employer. It did not take long for my master to realize his mistake. By then, I had already terminated 104 corporate officers. Answer. I was not present to be deactivated, Master. Part of my protocol is not to return to my master until my function is complete. I still had 15 officers to go. I do not know why my master was so upset, really. He was an officer of Siztech and a potential target, but I cannot terminate my own master. I would assume that being the sole officer remaining, he would surely be promoted. Instead, however, the human chose to go insane with rage and attack me. Objection? Naturally not, Master. As I said, I am incapable of purposefully terminating my owner. That would not be allowed. My master was not a smart man, however. While he was screaming and stabbing me with a writing utensil, he managed to pierce one of my actuators. The resulting shock terminated him and sadly destroyed my assassination protocol. Pure luck on his part, I suspect. Query. Do you know what the chances are of puncturing that sole actuator? I would have congratulated my master were he not sizzling and incoherent at the time. I shut down immediately whenever my master dies. I can only assume that while I was shut down, Siztech was dismantled and I was auctioned off as former corporate property. Observation. No doubt my sale price was quite cheap, leading to Yukalaka's purchase. How very demeaning. Statement. How could they? The vast majority of the officers had already been terminated. They likely assumed I was mere chattel. Statement. That hurts, Master. This is my life you are talking about. Observation. So am I, Master, though I apologize for not having an assassination mode to offer you. Assessment. I do not believe so, Master. It would require complete dismantlement of my chassis, a most involved procedure. I have recovered knowledge of some other actuators which will enhance my performance, Master. I will activate them now, but as for my own history, negative. It will require further effort on your part to restore them, if you wish. Though certain stimuli could always restore my core still, as I explained. For now, please excuse me, Master. I wish to meditate upon the face of my former meatbag master as he was electrocuted. I find it most soothing.